goodness. Hello, it's Jane. How are you? The craziness of the morning. Yeah. So anyway, here I am, very much in need of doing some art. So I think we'll just jump right in. And hey, Debbie, how you going, gorgeous? Right. EO. EO. I've got stickers here that I am making for, I've got the pen show this weekend in Melbourne. If you are a Melbourneite, a Victorian rather, no need to make up a word for something that already exists, is the International Melbourne Pen Show in the city on Sunday, just one day, and it's going to be fun. I've got my watercolours here, the new HUEmility set. This is the big fella, the HUEge watercolours. Let me just show you how cute they are. Huge! And they are part of the whole HUE legacy, which includes HUEvision, HUEniverse, Euphoria, HUEtopia. We are adding HUEmane, which is the hair colours, and HUEmility in this big size and the pocket palette size. And then what I like to do, and we have as an initial, just until stocks of this run out, and I apologise again for this weird thing on my hand, it's a silicone bandage, it just looks weird. It helps my thumb. What we've got here, I've amalgamated both sets. This is what I take with me to life drawing usually. It depends. If I know it's a really crowded class, then I take the little guy. If I think that I'm going to have a bit more room, then I have this in I have them both in my bag anyway, because sometimes I like to just lash out a little, but I'll show you them both in action. It's the same palette in the two different sizes, so good. And then what we've got at the moment when you get the bundle is, it's limited because I just don't have many of these. This extra little palette, which is from the Fantastic Palettes, and 5 empty pans, so you can add whatever tube watercolour you want to, or you can add little HUE colours from your other sets, and we'll pop in a little extra tickled pink. Some of the people will get gold, some of the people will get tickled pink, it just depends, but just a little freebie when you get the whole bundle, right? A nice little set there. Okay, I'm going to pop that in that. So this is the set. These are the colours, as you can see. It's a swatch card that comes with the big set. These are transparent colours. Watercolours, the Naturaliza is a pretty transparent one too. These ones have more opacity, although as you can see, they're all fairly transparent. You can build them up. The other skin tones that I've got in my collections are in the LAYERCAKE. These are like super gouache, and so these can be built up to be way more opaque. So these are the most opaque. I've got another set of watercolor pigments. You make up your own watercolors. I'll bring them and we can do a comparison in another video, called Welcome Matte, because they're so dead matte once they set, which is fantastic for mixed media. And because you can then layer your other things on top of it. So they are, it goes LAYERCAKE, and then the next level of opacity and matteness is Welcome Matte, but you need to make them up yourself. It's fun. And then there are these. So this is part of the HUE collection, and anyway, we'll play around with them. These are all the same thing. Okay, what set am I going to use? I don't even know yet. But I will just pop that one in there. I'll just pop my little card there in front of me. And I'll have my other little... I'm going to use, probably I'll have this set next to me, so I've just got a bit more room. And just have a quick say hello. Hey Liana, how you going? Oh, Liana, I had to tell you something. The water bottle that you gave me, the Free to Colour water bottle, is just the best thing. I've got it on my desk and I love it so much. And there was something else that I wanted to tell you. I was thinking I've got to tell Liana something. Anyway, I can't remember what it is, but I'll remember it as we go. Now, here in my journal, I've got all sorts of different things happening. Bit of neon on top of whatever. Watercolour. Fun times, fun times, fun times. This is the new Euphoria. No, it's not. It's HUEmility. HUEmility. It's all of them are puns with Hue at the front. Will there be more coming? Yes, of course. The craziness will continue on. So I've put clothes on these girls. These are a combo of, I've done these in life drawing sessions and at Kinky Drawers, you know, life drawing. And it's a combination of the new watercolours and LAYERCAKE up here, where I've applied it very, very thickly, and watercolour crayon. So we're unfurling, we are seeing what comes next. We're having sensory awareness. We've got rainbow pencil happening. This is HUEmility happening, and coloured pencil, and the rainbow pencil. And this is what I created with you the other day. I've got an obsession with a band called Wet Leg. I've really only just discovered them. And this is from the imagination, and this is from a reference image. And you can check out my Instagram and the last video to see this coming along. What I thought we would do, I've got these fantastic new stencils. These are the frames, the Botticelli. I love these girls' faces. Love, 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 love. And then the way I did these ones is you can cover this up with paper. So you've got just like a frame. And then you can add whatever else. It's like a space for thoughts, you know, on here. And the, or you can have it with lines. Or you could use just the lines for something else. I'm finding having the lines quite handy. But I don't want to use those ones this second. I might use them later. Because I've got these two as well, which are Venus inspired, Birth of Venus. And, oh, yum. Okay, Birth of Venus and Birth of Venus / Primavera. Just Botticelli inspired, okay? But I think these are just two of my favourite little stencils. So you can pop a bit of watercolour into, I like to mist through sprays. That's my favourite way of doing it. With watercolour and stencils, because watercolour, the nature that it has, I find it's quite hard to go through stencils and get a really nice clean result. So I could either trace, or I can just try something really crazy. Just excuse me for 1 second while I grab something. I thought I had oh, I do. I thought I had. I'm just going to do a little experiment with you. So this is one of our Mr. Rights. The reason it is a tiny little spray bottle, it is called a Mr. Right because at the end is a pen. A super fine little gel pen. It gives the whole thing a little bit of extra height and an excuse to have a cute colour on it. But really it is there so I could call it Mr. Right, okay? Because we all need a Mr. Right or two in our lives, don't we? I have one. Now I have more. Calm down, Jane. You get too excited. Right. Oh, Liana, yeah. Sorry, I'm just so into it. Chaise Longue, so funny. I think it's funny. I love CPR. What's the other Wet Leg songs? My favourites are Chaise Longue, Wet Dream, CPR, Mange Du, Alice, Davina McCall. I think they're my faves. I feel like I'm missing one there somewhere. Oh, Catch These Fists. Catch these fists. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make a little spray with this. So, which colour, which colour? I might do a little combo. I'm going to go in with a bit of this. This is the joy of the big palettes. Big brush. We're not ditzing around. We're going in full hoglet. So just adding more water to my brush, because what I want in here is water and colour. But let's mix a colour. This colour here, so that colour that I just popped down is HUEmane. This is Euphoria, just spelt the proper way, not the HUE way. Let me know if you're in Melbourne and if you're thinking of coming to the pen show. I cannot wait. I had a look at the exhibitor list. Oh, it's just one day, one little day. Oh, it's really cool. Lots and lots of handmade, artisanal-ish things, ink makers, pen makers, and journals galore. Bit of an art journaling exhibition on stage. I'm just going to mix all these little colours together. So I've got a bit of naturaleza, a bit of cartolina, and dogs barking, running around. I might actually call a colour that. What is my dog barking at? Would be a bright orange, maybe? Okay. So we have, I don't know if I've got the water ratio right here. I just know something will come out and it's going to be cute. And I'm going to put her right, oh, I might put her here. Do I want two? I could have her there and there. So if I want to have the two, I'll need to just cover her up. So I'll just use this. And if I don't want any overflow up there, I'll need to, you know, just protect the work surface up here as well. Of course, I've got too much stuff everywhere. And then I'll do that with my hand. No, I won't. I'll use a bit of paper and my hand. Okay, now let's see what we've got. I should really test it out first, but, ooh. That should be enough. So I'll get it like a little speckledy look. It's watercolour, so if I zhuzhed that with water, which I don't have, but I could make, just hang on a second, I'll do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Oh, and I just grab the other colour. I'm just making things on the fly. Do I have a pipette? No. But I can just, I'm just pouring a little bit of water into, I love these. Of course you can't hold much stuff in here, just enough for what you're working on. But what's fabulous about this is it's the size of a pen, so I can have a bunch of them just nearby and just make up enough to create something just light and easy. Sorry about the dogs barking. Although I am going to ask Angus to make me an iced coffee, so. Hey, Gus. What was that? You're making an iced coffee? I'm doing a live stream, by the way. Oh, I moved it. That should be fine. So now I've just got this nice little watercolour to start off with in a nice light colour. Fun, right? And just because I'm in the mood for it, I'm going to just quickly wipe this off. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to make another quick little spray. Nice try. Get out the way. You're in our way. Okay. I'm going to put her next to her and they're just going to be little sisters. And I will need to cover her up a little bit. There's the watercolour there. I don't mind if I get it on that side. I can live with that. Where is the little spray that I just made? Debbie said she wishes she was in Australia. Well, maybe she's in that pink marble. That makes it look like the muscles that you see in one of the famous marble statues in the Uffizi. Right, I'm going to do a little bit of skin tone-ish one, a flash. We're going to keep it light. So this will be very light because I've got quite a bit of water in there already. I'm just adding a bit of this and that, making a mess of my palette, as is my prerogative. I'm going to add a bit of this gorgeous colour. This is Contrapposto. It's one of my favourites in the set. Also, one of my favourite poses to draw. So the names are a combination of, they're all Italian and French and ish sounding, even if they're actually not. So, because there are some made up names in there. And some of them are like Contrapposto, Sfumata, Chiaroscuro. These are drapery. These are names of drawing and painting techniques. And, oh, I needed that on there. And then some of the names are made up, okay, because there were not 24 of those sorts of names. And now, the flatter I have that, the better for a more precise. This is going to be very, now if I want it not to be as speckly, if I move it a bit more, that would be better. So this is very, very light because I had a lot of water in there. I'm just making things on the fly. But I could also just trace my thing as well. Now it's going to take a little while to dry. Do I want it to dry? I kind of like a speckly like that. But I'm just going to hit it with this just very quickly. And this one as well. Now, and because of, you know, the laws of YouTube, all social media, except probably OnlyFans, there's nudity. Now, she's got no, she doesn't have any, she's not nude, she's just a marble bust at this moment, okay? But if we want her to not be picked up for naughtiness, then I will need to, I'm at the perfect angle where I can see the paint drying. Oh, it's very satisfying. Sorry about the noise. Oh, but see then, oh, this actually looks so nice. Oh, I like my little spray. Where was she? If I was clever, I would write on it with one of my special pens that I have. What's in there? Oh, well, have I got one here? If I've got the pen here, I can, I do have it. Got my Wonder Writer. So, Mr. Right, so we've got in here, I'm just going to put HUE. Oh, I might need to wipe this with an alcohol wipe. So this pen works very nicely as long as there's no, you know, oils. It's very hard for anything to write on that. And I could even put down the colours, but if I've just got HUEmility, I know that that's the watercolour that's in there. And, well, I could do the same on here. Because in 2 weeks' time, I will have no idea what that is, and I might want to know. So now I'll use watercolour as well, but I think I might grab my pencils. So these are pencils from the skincare set and from the, so they're all magic wands from my collections. And I've got them nice and sharp. So which one would I think I'll keep these two quite close. And I've got my fancy sharpener, super expensive. Maybe there are cheaper alternatives. I don't know, because I've got this one and I've had it for quite a while. Just treated myself to another one, okay? Because I need another one in the studio. I love this thing so much. I've got a link to it in my description box there if needed. So the reason I love it is how sharp it gets that point. So I'm just going to give that an extra sharp. And I love my pencils because they will hold this point. As long as I don't press too hard, I will get a lovely sharp moment. And I'm just really vibing. I'm hardly touching the paper and I'm getting just, this is pretty dry too. It's only a light little spray. And I'm just putting on the little, just some little face, just almost like notes, just to see who this is, because I don't know who this is yet. And she might even, I might even roll her head down a little. I mean, am I moving into my fan art era? Because I just feel like drawing, I think it's Rihanna from, I know Hester is one of the singers, and something like Rihanna in the other one, the other of Wet Leg. Okay, so I'm in my fan art era. I could just make it Felix from Stray Kids, and maybe Bang Chan, or no, Hyunjin, yes. But I'm wanting to draw these girls. Okay, so I am going to make this her again. She's Botticelli-esque, what can I say? The Botticelli-esque figure, it's a powerful figure. She's muscly. Let me show you. I've got a little model of her. Where's my little Venus? She's got like body. She's, you know, got muscles. How cute's this? I'm not the only one making fan art. I buy it as well, okay? Okay. So I'm just using the little background as a start. But of course I can add some clothes to her, which I probably will for purposes of, now I want to get this sharp again. Now what I do know is that if I put that on my paper, sometimes it leaves a little sooty footprints because, you know, it's got shavings. So that will just give it that little tip. I do have a sharpener that just does just the tip. Somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So I'm going to add just a little singlet top. But I'm not going to put the little hand modestly over here. She might be having this, so it's your thumbs on the top. I can change this around. It's because it's a stencil, it's just a little idea. And I might change her pose a little bit as well. So I might swing her hip out a little bit more. Give her a bit more dynamic movement. Got live drawing tomorrow. Do you remember the stencils? Did you ever have those little stencils that had a horse and a lady? Might have had other farmyard animals, and they were like little stencils, and you could place the legs and things however you wanted, and it just gave you a little bit of a start to practicing drawing the body, the figure. Okay, so we've got a bit of dynamic movement happening here. Make her mouth a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, Coletta, it's super expensive. It's hundreds of dollars. Super expensive. And there would definitely be replacements, but I got mine 10 years ago. That one. And I'm just enjoying it so much. Anyway, I just decided I'll get another one because I'm crazy. So I'm just giving her the little boy shorts. She's still a bit demure though. Maybe I should have done, maybe I can make her whatever. Maybe she's having a demure moment. She is a feminine creature. And I'm going to make her legs a little bit longer because she's tall. I've got to just look up her name. Just hang on a second. Lead. I know I can read it. I don't know how to say it. Lead singer. Wet leg. Rianne. That was it. Not Rihanna. Rianne. Just so you know what I'm talking about. She's like an Amazon power creature. I just adore her. And she's transforming herself. She's gone from, well, she's growing up in front of our eyes. Look at this face. Oh, she's just bleached her eyebrows. It just looks so good. She's gorgeous, however. Anyway, I'm just fanning, that's all. Okay, so she's getting ready to power up, sing up. Now, because that's pencil, coloured pencil, it is pigmented, so some of the loose pigment might come floating off in my watercolour, but not much. And she's got pink hair that fades down into a darker pink. Oh, it's the kindest man in the world. Thank you, my love. Meow. Yes, she has too much hair. It's not possible to have that much hair. And then her hair is cream at the top. So I'm just going to pop that in. And then her costume at the moment, I might have to make this whiter, but it's like a creamish undies and pants. And then she's very, very, very fair. So it almost looks like she's a bit nude. Obviously she's not. Sort of like men's old, you know, grundies. Or like Y fronts, you know. But it's just a bit different. Right, so I'm going to just grab a little bit of carrier tide. That pink will lift up that's underneath it. I nearly put my brush in my iced coffee. And to take the eye away from the spray, the overspray, I'm going to just bring this like a little drop shadow down and give her a little purple background. And let that come into the watercolour as well. The colour I'm using here is Exquise, as in exquisite. And I'll sort out what's happening on this side too at some point. Okay, first pass. I'm going to come over this. I might have to seat the details there again with pencil, but I don't think that's going to bother me too much. I quite like these little white lines that I've got happening. It's just going to be a nice loose little study. So I'll just let that dry, and then I've got this side as well. I'll have a sip of my drink and I'll have a little look at questions. Oh, I'm doing really well, Penny. Oh, the new paints. Seriously, so good. Ugh, Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Or him. I changed mine to a man. Okay. This colour in here, this is Straw Bang. This is actually going to be nicer. Give that a bit more pop. So these are from the Crowning Glory that, oh, it's not quite dry enough for the face yet, but. So the Crowning Glory colours, the HUEmane set, that's the colours that I've got here, and the HUEmility set, the small set, they're up here. So pocket palettes, we call these now, and these are the HUEge. Everything's about hue, right? So HUEmane, so you've got your greys, blacks, brunettes, blondes, redheads. So we haven't got the fantasy colours of hair, and of course you can use these in your skin tones as well. But I wanted to do a palette that was, you know, had the blondes, reds, oranges, brunettes, blacks, greys, you know, the main usual hair colours, natural-ish colours. Oh, this is going to be a bit popping, but I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do just dab that, and it'll be just about right. I'll get it into its Goldilocks era. And I'm just adding a little bit of Serpenata, and this is Incarnato. Incarnato. Get some of colour on these joints. Oh, I like that. Jen Wrench said she's reminding her of a Bollywood dancer. '60s hot pants vibe. Exactly, all of these things. Okay, I'm going to swap pencils. So what I do for life drawing now, or if I'm leaving the house and drawing, I sharpen up a bunch. I've got, because you know these are my pencils, I've got a few sets going, so I've got a whole bunch super sharp, so I don't even have to sharpen, you know, while I'm drawing. So I like to try and do that while here too. So I might have repeats of colours. I think I haven't though. No, I could have another lash line here though, to be honest. Oh, Divine Skin, this super dark brown. Might use this one. No, while I'm doing my, and then I don't have to sharpen as when I'm going. I can just swap pencils, and then I get a bit of extra variety as I go. So, and it's just what I'm into at the moment, and it just works very, very, very well with my pencils. So I'm just a happy little camper, that's what I can tell you. Concentrate, Jane, you've got craziness happening. Now we've got the wind blowing this way, so I might have the wind blowing this way, so I'm going to ignore what's happening with what's on the stencil. It's very, very light. And this is her in 10 years. She's got jowls. Now, what I might channel is from her former era. I'm fan arting, okay? Just Peter Pan, and she was wearing a Peter Pan collar. I saw the Peter Pan collar and I was like, oh my goodness, woman. So this is from the chaise lounge era. We might even have a little puff sleeve. I might keep this little hand up like this so that they're mirroring each other. This is her current era. This is going back to when they won 2 Grammys, if you don't mind. How could I not have, I maybe have heard the song that did that, but like it was during COVID, and then they've just come out with another album. It's just killer. Oh, can I make her hold her guitar? Can I draw a guitar? Do I dare even try? I bought a guitar just recently at a charity auction. I can't play the guitar, but it was Leo Sayer's guitar. So, and he has a special, I've met him, but he's like, just like my dad, would always play us Leo Sayer to make everyone laugh and just be happy. So we grew up with this great love of Leo Sayer. And Dad would do a dance, you know, for the, you know I can dance, you know I can dance. So it's just, so his guitar was the animals for the animals, raising money for animals. So I bid on it, and now I'm the proud owner of a guitar. So I know that it goes up, but can she hold it up there? Okay, she's going to be holding her guitar. Goes like that, doesn't it? It's got the things that pop out, okay. And then it's got, how do the strings attach? I have to go and have a look at it. But it's got a long thing that goes like that, right? Just look at a guitar, Jane. And also, okay, look at the guitar. Just look at the guitar. Chaise lounge. Wet leg. Okay, images. Okay, she's going to have a big hat on. So sort of dressed like pilgrims. Oh, she could have had pony hair in twisties. Okay. But sometimes I have the hair down, but it's usually with twisties. Okay, now where's the guitar? There's the guitar. Okay. Okay. So it's nothing like what I thought it looked like. Okay, they're long, long, long. Okay. And then it goes like up like that. Forgive me if you are a guitar expert and horrified at my drawing. It's the first time I think I've ever drawn a guitar, so my goodness. There's a thing there, a boxy thing, there's strings, there's a hole. I don't know. It's a pretty cool guitar, I know that. It's not a LAYERCAKE guitar, but that shall do. Okay, now let's have another. Okay, the little shift dress with the Peter Pan collar. Oh, she's even got about, oh, that's some more fan art of her. Well, why not? But she's cool with the glasses. Okay. Nice try. You know. Okay, we've got the little pilgrim dress. Okay, so it's a long dress with frills. Yeah, she's gone through quite the style change. I love that. Giving us a bit of, I love someone who's just, changes it up. Hello Madonna, Lady Gaga. We've had the innocent era, and now we're going into the hot girl summer. I don't know what you call that. Okay, so she's got a pink guitar. This is the perfect palette for this. Her guitar is this pink. Have I ever done fan art before? I don't think so. Oh, maybe I have. I think I painted Miley once on a live stream, didn't we? But I think that just happened. And Rihanna has come up on in something once. I remember that as a mermaid, but it just sort of looked like her. It wasn't on purpose. So we're just having fun with a bit of inspiration. Oh, was it brown? What colour was her guitar? I can't tell. I just put my paintbrush in my iced coffee. We knew that was going to happen. And she's got dark hair earlier in the career. Oh, because it's watercolor, we could just do that. Yeah, so what's happening there is the watercolor that I'm putting in is hitting where I've got that very, very, very loosely applied color already. I don't think I'll have that there. I might actually add water on that. I don't think I'll have that there. I'll just let that go back into the background. I'll just dab that up there, control that a little bit. Hey Kerry, how you going? Oh, carpal tunnel surgery on Friday. Well, Julie, all we can say is that after it, once everything is healed, you will be in so much a better place because you would have had your hand sorted out. And it takes a little while to get through your recovery. I haven't had exactly that thing, but not that dissimilar. You're just releasing something. Sort of same recovery time, I believe. So as long as you just do what they say, you know, for your recovery. Silicone tape, it doesn't look very nice, but it's very good for the scar. Keep it flat. You know, in these hyper flexible areas, we need to keep things under control. Ooh, just saw I got a super sharp, supple skin here. I might just quickly give that a hit with the blow dryer. Have you got any questions for me? I'm using coloured pencils, Penny, not water wands at the moment. You can always tell if it's a water wand if you can see that it's hexagonal. Oh, can't wait for that to get dry too. I don't want to cook it. Now, if this really was Rihanna in her current era, she's really like almost six-packing and like fit. She is Atalanta. Goddess superpowers activated. But she's got like muscles. She's Botticelli a king. That's what's happening. So I'll get in there with a bit of highlights and for here, and for this side. And she has no visible eyelid crease. is really, really close to her actual eye. So I might make her dress cream actually. Give that some sort of colour. And it could make her hand look like an actual hand rather than a mitten. Oh, so that might be wet now. Just put some little lines on the guitar. Just keep it nice and sketchy so that we don't have to get too buried into the details. I'm using a colour, this is Divine Skin, this is from the skincare set. Okay, so she's sort of clutching her guitar. And then to get rid of that out there, I just have to come over with more paint. I just make it a bit more opaque. So it's her cream dress. So I might need a little bit of LAYERCAKE, would be really good for that. Or even paint pen. If this isn't opaque enough, we'll just see. How we go with that. Now I need some really fine white. How are we feeling today, paint pen? And just in case you are a lover of the unicorn white paint pens, there's 10 left. 10 sets left. And I don't know when or if we will be doing them. So just so you know, if you've been putting off getting them or you love them, I've hoarded my essentials because I can't live without them, and I do like to trash them a bit. And there was something else I had to tell you that was just yeah, the Euphoria is completely sold out. Utopia is gone, nearly gone. Yeah. Oh, and what I also had to tell you that shipping, I should have said right at the beginning, that we are shipping to the US and there are no extra tariffs to pay as when you're coming, it's coming through. It's all done. I know people are a bit worried about that, but we do that at our end. So it's all sorted out. So it just arrives to you like it always has with the Caramello Koala. And yes, so that is all done. And of course, other countries, every place has different fees and this and that, and we have to join every single different system, and we're just a very small little company. I just can't do it for every country. So for other ones that have different systems, you have to blame your own government for that. You know, whatever system is going in your country, it's just, I can't, there's nothing I can do about it. But, you know, I know for the US, and if we're sending to Australia, I think Canada, if Canada is shipping, because the postal workers keep going on strike. Yeah, so we just keep our Canadian orders until they're ready to, we communicate of course, until they're ready. The postage is open again. So anyway, there's always something going on somewhere in the world, but the US is all sorted out. Oh, her face is starting to look cute. So this is black on a little face. Oh, I might even try and give her some tiny little eyelashes at the bottom. There. So she's clutching her guitar. She's sort of clutching her chest because she's just fallen in love. And she's got to call a 999, give her CPR. Xoxo. Oh, it might just change to a different colour. So I find that quite interesting that I can make it look very, very sketchy. And I've used the stencil, and I've just changed a few little bits and pieces. I've had a lot of fun doing it. This is the little flowers on her dress. This is the bow. Oh, I'm just going to say goodbye to Angus. Just, bye, Gus. Bye. Okay, see you. Have fun. It's very windy. Angus is off for windsurf. Sorry for yelling out. It's just packing up outside the window there. So watercolour and pencils, love. The other thing is you can sketch with the watercolour pencils, and that will give you a beautiful result too. If I want her cheeks to look a bit more natural, I'll just do a lighter colour. Oh no, we can have red lips. I think that she does have red lips in that thing. And I could tone down her skin tone here, but whatever, I like it, it's good. I even like these little lines from the stencil, sort of looks weird and junky. So we have Rian in her, just a few different eras here. And hopefully there will be more. Oh, I'll soften that with a bit of water. Why am I using such a massive paint brush to paint something so tiny? Well, because the tip is very tiny, but it would be better if I used a smaller brush. That would make more sense. But when have I? Why start now? Why start now? So there are certainly things I could change, I could do differently, I could do better, but you know, the point of what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to have some fun. And this is a nice little starting place to do more. But then again, it's done what I wanted it to do. So I've used my new HUEmane and HUEmility watercolours. I used some of them in the big set, you know, sort of just allows you to get really, I don't know, it makes me feel very experimental and flying around. Especially good if you're working a little bit bigger, obviously. And then this is just the usual pocket palette size, the hue size, so we can do maximum colours for the best value price, stripping everything down. And then I've popped both of those sets, the HUEmility and the HUEmane set, plus just some little extras from Tube watercolours and some other little extra pans in there. So I've got a little bit of something extra. So I've got Pygmalion in here, which is a very nice little coral, quinacridone coral creature. She's nice for cheeks too, and we've got plenty of cheek and life colours up here, but you know, I just have another little extra one. I've got 20,000 Leagues, so I always need a little bit of turquoise. Some white Go-Go gouache in here. Oh, I might actually use that as a highlight. And I've also got a few little metallics there from the Utopia sets. And that's in the little bundle at the moment, just while stocks last. So we put the little empty pans in there and the palette and one of these little extra watercolours for you. Ugh, always forget how good this white gouache is. So this is our Go-Go gouache. I've only done white at this point because I've got LAYERCAKE and that's better. But this is very nice, and I can add it to any pan. So that's a tube gouache. It's called Blinded by the Light. So we'll let things dry a little, and then I will, you know, add a bit of this and that. I might even add a bit of this gold. But thank you for joining me on my escapades. Gold in that hair. She can have some gold on her guitar and in her hat. I wish she can have a bit of gold on her little outfit too. Why not? I'll just have a quick little look for questions. Yes, Angus is getting in his surf. Well, it's a windsurf, same thing, I guess, sort of. I think windsurfing's way harder, but windsurfing looks pretty hard too. So there you go, my friends. How fun was that? Well, it was for me. I hope that you get to do some art today as well. And yes, jump on in. Like I said, everything's fine. We are sending off to the US again. Yay. After everything closed down for a while, not our choice. And everyone got their act together. Only took a month. Oh my gosh. Actually, it was longer. And yes, onwards and upwards and joyfulness, because art is meant to be joyful, and art supplies are meant to actually be joyful and fun and exciting. Well, that's what they are. That's their job, as well as to do art for us. Ta-ra, ta-ra, ta-ra. I was just going to say goodbye, and Have a wonderful day wherever you are, morning, night, evening. And if you want some gorgeous art supplies, well, come and check us out. I put a little special on encyclopedias this morning, and I think the magic wands, there's still a little special there on them. Mystery packs we ran out of, and so they're not there anymore, but LAYERCAKE, of course, is there. And of course, we've got the new watercolours. Okay, and 100 million other beautiful things. Bye.